Hiya folks, JD here, and today I've got a little beginner copter for you. This is the Goolsky X8 and it is a small entry-level quadcopter. Now, it's got a nice movable gimbal underneath it. Let's see how well that works when we take her up in the air. It has 4 brushed motors. It has a really quite nice design about it. I like this matte finish. It really does look quite striking. It has quite a high capacity battery offering about 18 minutes of flight time. But let's see exactly how that does when it's up in the air. And here it is. Looks quite nice. Looks quite striking. I think it looks really quite good. Now, I'm not a fan of these high propellers. We've seen them in a few quadcopters, and also I want to see whether this motorized gimbal works. So I'm going to keep it at quite a strange angle so that I have to bring it down on the transmitter. Now, coming to the transmitter, as we saw in the unboxing, this FPV boom, when you try and operate it, just pulls itself off. It doesn't clip in anywhere. It doesn't go anywhere. It just sort of sits there. I'm not looking forward to putting my phone in that. I don't think it's going to be very well held at all. I really don't. Right then folks, let's get it calibrated anyway. Right then folks, let's get this going. So I'm just looking to see if I've got the app on here. Yes I do. HTUFO is the app. So let's plug her in, hopefully. There we are. Now, do all the cables fit inside this battery bay? Not very successfully. That battery doesn't have any give in its position at all. Oh, it does clip in, but you can see the cables inside there. Not looking very good at all. Right, let's turn her on then. There we go. Oh, the camera has just snapped back directly to a point straight ahead. Okay, let's connect her to the Wi-Fi then. Let's see exactly how she does with that. Well, she is broadcasting. There we go. HTS 3A01A8. That's a very catchy SSID. Okay, let's open up HTUFO. Let me try it. Oh, that was a little bit difficult. You've got to push down on the FPV boom as you come to attach something to it. Right, so what I'm going to do is I am going to screen record and I'm going to record normally. There we go, and record normally. Right then, let's calibrate these gyros. Oh, hang on. Single, one up and one down to bind. Helps if I turn on the transmitter. Is it down to the left? Down to the right? 2 out, 2 in. Oh, 2 in starts everything. Can't really find a way to calibrate this. Doesn't help either with this strangely shaped transmitter. Okay, let's see if I can calibrate it directly off the app then. So there we go. Well, that said, is that? Well, I can't seem to find any calibration for this whatsoever. Down to the left, outwards, down to the right, up to the left, up to the right. Doesn't seem to be at all. Right, okay, well I guess we're going to have to take her up without calibrating the gyro, see exactly how she does, how stable she is. I have got trim, should I need that. I don't like doing this, but doesn't look as if we've got much of an option. Alright then folks, let's take her up then. Here she is. Right, so I don't know if you can notice on here, but she has got a bit of a wobble towards the back. She is wobbling a little bit at the back there. Oh, go on motors. Oh, bless her. She really is trying here. So speed mode 3 is what I just clicked her into. And she has moved into speed mode 3. Speed mode 1, angle of attack changes totally, as you'd expect. She comes back in. Now in speed mode 1, see, she is finding it difficult. I got to be careful which way I hold this transmitter because of this FPV boom. Now as you can see, she's not really cutting into anything there. She's kind of getting so far and then holding herself there. Okay, let's bring her around. Put her into speed mode 2. Speed mode 2, well, as you'd expect, she's a little bit more willing to change, a little bit more quick at the change. She is having no difficulty in actually moving into anything. See her go? No problem. Wi-Fi so far, whenever I say Wi-Fi, and then we always lose FPV relay. It is breaking up quite bad, and it's full of jello. Absolutely full of jello. If I stop her there and just have her hover, look how bad this jello is. I think at this particular time I'm showing you the actual FPV, but I'm actually showing the camera on my phone as well. Look at that jello. Now, okay, there are ways to stop that. You can sort of limit this, but with a motorized gimbal, it's going to be quite difficult. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring it down to me, and I'm going to see how well this motorized gimbal works. So, let's see then. Let's move the... I'm going to have to steady her because she isn't GPS hold. Oh, there we go. Well, that's the gimbal right there. How about photos? Okay, so we got a couple of photos in there as well. Wow, when you, she feels very light to control, very light to control. And one thing I am finding quite difficult with this transmitter, and this is why I'm kind of pulling a lot of circles, if you are wondering. No, I haven't forgotten how to fly. No, I haven't gone crazy. But one thing I am kind of struggling with a little bit is, let me move that gimbal back up. One thing I am kind of struggling with a little bit are these sort of hexagonal cutouts around the transmitter, the analog sticks. I'm finding it very difficult to actually get my bearing with them because they're just sort of cut out. So therefore they're forcing the joysticks, the analog sticks, to sort of sit within the cutouts, and it's quite annoying. Speed mode 3, angle of attack changes, dips. Now she is a lot more flighty like this. She is a lot more. Ooh. Yeah, probably not the best in speed mode 3. She feels a little bit shaky. Right, back to speed mode 1. Bring her down a little bit. I just want to see exactly what... Ooh! As soon as you bring her down, obviously those motors are having to slow down small amounts for it to decrease. As soon as you then bring the angle back up, she instantly goes back up a little bit. So that's going to be quite interesting when she comes to land. Right, so far she seems okay, but there is one thing I want to try with this. 360 flips. Oh my... Right, well, there's my answer right there. My God. Right, so it was just a single click of the 360 button and then directional movement as normal. And then she decided to go absolutely insane and, well, as you saw, dive straight towards the grass. This is why I never stand directly behind a quadcopter. Right, let's take her up again. Now I'm going to use my own words there, not stand directly behind her. Right, speed mode 2. Let's see exactly how she does here. I'm going to try that again. And I'm going to pull back in the same direction. Just make sure that there isn't anybody that's coming into the field that I don't know about. Okay, a little bit higher, 360 flips. Well, there's one in the same direction as before. 360 flip to the left, 360 flip to the right. Oh wow, she is moving so much. Good God. She's not just a very casual 360 flipper and then horizontal, and then keeping her horizontal position. She is quite literally, let's try again. Oh, the back one is probably the most stable out of this set, not including the crash. See, she really does sweep herself underneath. I don't know how well that's coming across on the camera. I'm going to stand behind her, but I'm going to do a directional movement to the right. See? And then woof, she just moves straight over. Right. Well, that does not fill me with confidence. Whatever the hell that was the first time around. Well, she's not doing it again. I literally pushed 360 flip and then backwards, and she just did that. Yeah, well, that's a definite non-recommendation for this particular quadcopter anyway. But it's always quite fun to have one that doesn't really behave the way that you expect, but just as long as nobody's injured, and that could have been quite dangerous. So I tell you what I'm going to do, folks. I'm going to call it there for today. I'm going to bring this back out tomorrow, and we're going to go for another little flight of it, and I'm going to try these directional movements again and see exactly how she goes with that. So far though, it's not really great. I mean, it was really cheap. It is a beginner entry level, but if it is beginner, you expect it to be a little bit tighter and to work properly and not to give you any grief. So let's see. There we go, and stop. Right, lovely. Okay, so I tell you what, I'm going to call that there, folks. I'm going to bring this back out tomorrow, and or we're going to have another video coming out tomorrow, rather, about this, and seeing if we can get it to do that again, because that was, well, that was very strange. All right then, folks, thank you ever so much for watching and listening. I've been JD. You've been fantastic as always. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe. Hello and welcome to all the new subscribers. I hope you're enjoying the channel. So until next time, my friends, happy flying.